bomb squad, right? That's what we agreed on last session. We were going to call each other the bomb squad. Welcome back, adventurous Ariana, courteous Clarissa, lovely Lupe, and amazing Angel, right? Just before we start, just really quickly from last session, who remembers what confidentiality is?
Basically what we talk about stays within these four walls.
Correct. So you can't go out there and tell your best friend about it. You can't go out there and tell your girlfriend about it. You can't go out there and tell your mom about it, right? You keep it in here. Even if you think nobody's hearing, you know how school is. Things start and rumors start, and we don't want anybody to feel like this is not a safe place, so we want to make sure we keep everything inside. Besides those consent forms that you guys signed when we first started these sessions, kind of you're consenting to get services, well, not services, let me use the word correctly, consenting for this group to be part of the group, which also means that you get whatever you guys say stays in here, okay? The only thing I didn't review last time, I kind of want to review with you guys, is confidentiality when I have to break it. And that's if, let's say, Amazing Angel says he wants to hurt Courteous Clarissa, then I have to report that. Or if Adventurous Ariana says she's going to go home and kill herself, I have to report that. God forbid any of that ever happens, but I will have to break that confidentiality. Does that make sense? Okay. Another thing that I wanted to really briefly go over was the rules. I kind of went over about what was appropriate to lab, what wasn't last session, but I kind of want the bomb squad to come up with their own rules. So if you can think of 3 things that you want each one of these members to do in this group while your time is here as a group, that would be great. An example, coming here on time. Respecting one another when you're talking. So what rules will you guys, which we consider them norms, what rules would you guys like to apply for your group?
You stole the respect from me.
Okay, respect. Okay, so respecting one another. So if Angel's speaking, then Ariana and Clarissa are not chit-chatting a side conversation here because that's disrespectful for Angel. Correct. Another one?
Good listening skills.
Okay, so listening. So being able to, can you explain a little bit what you mean by that?
As in if I'm talking, I mean I don't expect direct eye contact.
Right.
I want to make sure you guys are hearing me out.
Great, so that's a good one. Another one? Angel or Luca?
Pitching in.
Pitching in.
Speaking, sorry.
Yeah, okay, so pitching in. Okay, so like that's a good example of teamwork. We're working as a team. And what about you, Luca?
Support.
Support. And how will you be supportive to somebody in this group?
Well, like she said, not basically like you could help someone like if they're getting down and you could relate to them, giving advice or something like that.
Oh, that's great. That sounds great. So being supportive, being each other's shoulder, I guess, right? While we're here. Those are really great norms, so we can apply those, meaning respecting one another, having good listening skills, being supportive, and pitching in as a team. Sounds great. Remember those, okay? So we all are here for a common purpose, and that was body image. And we talked about briefly why, you know, I had called a group of students to start these groups, and you guys scored pretty. You all reported that body image was an issue on the assessment we did early on in the school year. So I want to go over really briefly on a concept called, well, a theory called CBT, which is a very fancy word for cognitive behavioral therapy. And all it does is works with people and individuals on their thoughts, their emotions, and their behavior. So what it means is that, let's say you have a negative thought, for example, right? And that thought is, I'm fat, I'm ugly. Moves on to an emotion. What do you think, how do you think a person feels when they feel fat and ugly? Depressed, right? Sad, right? What do you think will happen if you feel sad or depressed?
It implements it negatively on other people.
On other people, they take it out on other people, right? Another example could be overeating. Another example could be not eating at all because they want to lose the weight. So it's like an ever-ending cycle, and this pyramid kind of continues, right? So we kind of want to convert this from the negative thoughts, which we're thinking here negative. We want to make these thoughts positive. Okay, so that's the purpose of this group. Okay, and we're going to be working on that as a team to come up with positive ways to incorporate our thoughts and replacing the negative ones, which negative thoughts are considered cognitive distortions, which is the fancy word for negative thoughts. So I rather use the negative thoughts because I think that's a term we can all relate to, versus cognitive distortions, which is more of a therapy term for us geeks and nerds that are therapists or psychologists or whatnot. Okay? All right. So I have prepared an activity today, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to participate in it because we're a group. So you're each going to get a dry and erase board. There's the pen. It has like a pen and a little eraser on it. And I keep mine. Okay. So what we're going to do in this activity is I want you to draw a picture of yourself. Okay, you're going to have probably like 2-3 minutes to draw a picture of yourself. Okay. And on one side, I want you to write 3 good things about your body. And on one side, write 1 thing you do not like or would like to change from your body. Okay, so go ahead. Do your best, because I know some of us are not artists here, so, which that includes me. I'm not an artist.
It's 1 negative, right?
1 negative, and 1 thing about yourself that you would like to change or do not like, and 3 good things about your body, or your face, or your hair, or whatever you want. Right. Chris is laughing over that. Let's give ourselves a few more seconds and to finish up. 1 negative and 3 positives. Yeah, it's a little bit challenging that way, but there's a reason why we're doing it that way. You're giggling over here.
I'm so bad at drawing.
Oh, it doesn't have to be perfect, just... Alright. So, it looks like Ariana's done first, so I might go around, but let me finish. Let's wait for Angel to finish up, and that way we can start as a group. It's pretty challenging, huh? Yeah. I drew it fast because I've done this activity before, so so it's not nothing new to me, but I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys. Would somebody like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
You.
Me? Okay. All right. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You guys probably went all out in your drawing. This is me. All right. And the good things about qualities that I like about myself are my eyes, my eyebrows, and my hands. My eyes, I guess, because I like the color of my eyes. They're pretty unique. My eyebrows, because I don't have to pluck them. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah. And my hands, because, I don't know, they're small and tiny, and I like that. Bad is my belly. Definitely my belly. The belly area, the gut area. And I've just had a baby, but yeah, we need to work on that. So that's the part that I'm not very happy. And what I notice is, it's funny that I'm just looking at it now, that I said the eyes, yet I did my eyes little dots. And then I said eyebrows, and then I draw them in. So I think it's because I like those qualities and I didn't feel like I had to focus on them. See what I'm saying? But I focused on drew a big old gut. So, that I focused on. So, Ariana, you'd like to go ahead and share?
Bear with me, I cannot draw, but okay. So my positives, I put my smile, my hair, even though I look kind of bald, and then my eyes. I said smile because I don't know. I just feel like I have a nice smile. My hair because I'm not balding or anything, so I'm thankful for that.
Good.
And then my eyes because I don't know. They're kind of big, and I like that. Okay, and then my negative thing I would like to alter is my forehead. I think it's just kind of too big, and it has like a lot of pimples on it. So that's why I put like a big forehead with dots on it.
Interesting. And I also know.
And then to alter, I put my teeth because I have like really crooked teeth.
So you ended up putting 2 negatives.
Yeah.
Instead of
it's just
one.
I don't know. I thought you said like one bad and then one you would like to change.
Oh, okay. So you misunderstood. That's fine. Interesting. And I'm noticing you didn't draw a body. Can you tell us a little bit why?
Well, I'm kind of comfortable with my body. I don't think like anything really that I hate about it.
Good.
So,
Good.
yeah.
So that's why it wasn't on there. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Thank you for sharing. Courteous Clarissa.
Skip
Let's
me.
see.
Okay. 3 positive is I'm tall.
Mm-hmm.
My skin color because I don't have the tan.
Nice.
And my smile because I'm goofy as hell and I always one negative is definitely overweight. Like that's my big problem. That's pretty much it.
Interesting. Do yourself a little bun. That's funny. That's cute. Great. How about you, Lupe?
Okay, well, mine. Positives are I like my hands because they're soft.
Right.
My eyelashes because they're long, so I'm put them.
Nice. No
My
problem.
eyes, well, they're pretty big, so.
Nice.
I'd like to change the way my body looks.
Okay.
I'm not,
So your whole body overall.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Big old chunk of wanting to change, but okay. Angel.
Okay, referring to
Can we see your image? Cool.
Well, my positives is just my smile, the dimple since it's just an add-on, and then just my scruffy hair because
it's you.
I don't know, it's just me. I like it. I don't know. But my negative is just my ears. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Everything else I'm fine with.
It's your ears.
It's just that. Yeah.
Interesting. Same as Ariana, I'm noticing you actually didn't put a body. Can you elaborate?
Literally, they refer exactly the same. I just feel comfortable with everything
body.
else. Yeah.
So there was no need to draw the
No
body.
need.
So that's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Yes, I like that idea of thinking, Okay. So the purpose of the activity was basically for us to see how much more difficult it was to come up with the good and how much more easy and quick we were to pick. Ariana went as far as putting 2 for our bad, and Lupe went as far as incorporating her whole body in there. Okay, and that's what we're going to be doing in this group, and I kind of want you to think about something called cognitive restructuring. So the whole point is for me to try to help you guys, or for us as a group, to come up with reducing and replacing those cognitive distortions, those negative thoughts, into positive ones. So I've got these little mini cute little journals for you. And I would like for you to head back once we're done from here, and every time you think about an image that you think, oh my God, I'm so fat, replacing it with a positive one. Does anyone, what can be a way of replacing a negative one? Like, let's say you're sitting there and you just ate a big old piece of chocolate and you were supposed to, and you're like, oh, I'm a big fat blah 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 blah. It was good. Right. So instead of saying, oh, okay, well, it's okay to eat the piece of chocolate, but with moderation, right? You don't want to eat the whole box of chocolates, right? So replacing that with a positive, yes, I know I just ate a piece of chocolate, but that doesn't define me. I will work on that, and I'm working on it, and I'm going to go ahead and possibly go run an extra lap when I have, time at PE. Does that make sense? Or a negative, like, God, so fat and ugly, that guy's not going to talk to me. Well, let's replace it. Replace it with the positive. Stop that negative thought. Think immediately and be like, okay, I just thought about a negative thought. And when you think of a negative thought, write what your negative thought was and what you replaced it with. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So go ahead and pick the color you like. Green. Green. You guys are left with blue and red. Okay. All right. So next time we meet, we can go over like the little thoughts that you guys thought and when you used it. I bought a little pocket size so you guys can put in your pocket, in your purse, in your backpack, and journal in whenever you have time. Like, hey, I thought about this negative, but I was able to frame it as a positive, and see how the purpose is to see how challenging it actually is to actually do that. Okay, so I want to end. I think I'm not sure we're gonna have time for this, so I might end up pushing this for next time we see each other. I have a video about everything we talked about today, but I want to see what your thoughts are and what you guys replaced in your little journals, and we can talk about that more in detail next session. Okay, so today we kind of went over what we think of ourselves, what we perceive ourselves, how we perceive ourselves, and this is how I look, but in reality, this is how I look, and this is the good things about me, and this is the bad things about me. And we've talked about how we're going to work on replacing those negative thoughts and putting them into positive thoughts, and we're going to journal them in our little journals. And next time we meet, we can probably, each one of you take some time and just share one journal entry that you guys each did and talk about how that made us feel, and if you saw it working or not working, or maybe we need a little bit more help on that and figuring out how to come out better with better solutions for that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, thank you, and this concludes today's session, and we will see each other in a week. Okay.